So Ollie went shopping. He needed to get some things for the apartment. Well, needed is probably too strong a word. He wanted to get some things for the apartment. The big thing that he wanted was a beanbag chair. He also wanted a new pillow, and he had broken a couple of his coffee cups, so he was going to get a couple of new coffee cups. And so he was going to IKEA, because they have all those things. And when he turned, so he got a, like rented a car, zip car or whatever. Or however you rent a car for the day these days are now. Point is, he rented a car and drove out there. And when he got there, when he was parking, he could tell the pavement was like brand new. And as he was pulling into the parking lot, all of a sudden there was a crack of thunder, and it just started raining buckets. Just an insane amount of water. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait a few minutes, and hopefully it calms down. So he sat. He had a book in the car there, so he just sat and read his book. The rain stayed heavy for like half an hour. He was in no rush because he had his book to read. He was having a perfectly fine time, sitting in the car, listening to the rain, reading his book. Eventually, though, the rain did settle down and lightened up. It's like, all right, let's splash through the puddles, go get my stuff. Then he got out of the car, and there was not a single puddle anywhere in the whole parking lot. That was the first thing he noticed. He was expecting to put his arm down and splash, and it was nothing. And the pavement was wet, certainly, but no puddles, no standing water anywhere. It was weird. Ollie walked over to the front of the store, and then he noticed something even weirder. It was still raining a little bit, and some water was coming down onto the downspouts onto a spot in the new pavement, and the water just disappeared. It didn't like roll off into the gutter, it just went right through. Like, that's weird. Anyway, I gotta go get my stuff. And you know what? It's about noon. I'm gonna get a coffee, see what they have for lunch. Get one of those salmon things, maybe. So, he had his lunch, his coffee, took his time, going through the store. Just a regular kind of IKEA outing. He had his cart, made a few purchases he didn't plan on, because that's kind of how it goes. Got himself an ice cream on the way out. And he walked out to, a little corral area. Eating his ice cream, and it started raining pretty hard again, so Ollie sat there and waited again, because he didn't want to, bring his stuff through the rain. It had been raining the whole time, but it started raining heavy again. And he was looking, and the pavement was, wet, soaking, but no puddles. And he could even tell that there were some low spots. It wasn't like they'd just done a perfect job and it was all exactly level and sloped, so it all ran straight to a gutter. It just disappeared like magic. So I stared at it, licked his ice cream cone, stared at it some more.
Licked his ice cream cone.
Licked his ice cream cone some more. Eventually he finished his ice cream cone. He's like, all right, you know what, I've got to take a closer look at this. So he left his stuff there in the cart at the corral area there and walked out, just standing right in the rain, right in the parking lot. It wasn't that busy of a day. I went across the house, I sit still. Sit. And he looked closely. It looked like just regular blacktop. But the water just didn't stick around. Eventually, he had to know. He felt like a crazy person. But he took his cart, rolled it back inside, and went to customer service and said, I have a question for, I guess, the manager or the owner or... Yeah, I guess the manager. I said, sure. Yeah, let me I'm on the radio. One sec, just a minute. Got on the radio. I said, "Hey, Phil, the guy, well, an octopus down here. There's a question for you." About what, sir? It's about the parking lot. Something about the parking lot, Phil. Okay. He said he'll be down in 5 minutes. So Ollie, just hung out, whatever. Waited. This big dude, name tag said Phil on it, came out from a back office. Said, "Oh, you had the question about the parking lot. Everything okay?" I said, "Yeah, it's fine." And it's maybe I might sound a little crazy here, but you guys just redid the parking lot, right? So yeah. That was a week and a half ago. Elsa, stop it. Sit. Yeah, a week and a half ago. It's some new thing. They're trying it out for us. I said, "What do you mean?" "Well, it's this new kind of blacktop. That's well, you ever been to like a regular mall parking lot in a heavy rainstorm and there's like big rivers and it all washes into the local streams and it like carries all the pollution off from the parking lot, all the grease and gasoline and whatever else?" I said, yeah, I've seen that. It's pretty gross. I said, "Yeah, so this is like trying to do better than that. I said, "Stop, just sit still, now." So they did it with this permeable pavement. I said, "Permeable pavement?" So yeah, some new space age thing. Yeah, it's some new space age thing they got going. I don't quite know how they do it. But, yeah, the water just falls right through the pavement. It's still just as strong, apparently, as the regular stuff. But here, let me show you. It's actually pretty wild. And he went and he got like a big mop bucket, like a whole 10-gallon mop bucket, like on the wheels, And he rolled it out there. "Come here, take this out. This is really cool. Amy, can you just like watch this guy's cart?" I said, "Yeah, sure, yeah." "All right, come here, check this out. It's awesome." And they rolled it out there to a spot. There was a spot near the cart corral where it was over the pavement, but it still was covered by the like awning thing. I said, "All right, check it out. Just watch the spot on the pavement when I dump this bucket out." And all one big motion. It was a big guy. He just picked the whole bucket up and threw all the water right into that spot of pavement all at once. And it just disappeared down into the pavement. It soaked in faster than it does on dirt. It just fell through like there was nothing there. I was like, whoa, that looked really weird. I said, right? I've never... And so supposedly this is like way better for the environment than just having everything wash into the river because it percolates to the ground. I don't know if they're going to use it everywhere, or I don't know how expensive it was. Corporate just said they wanted to try it here, and I said, yeah, let's do it. By the time Ollie got done talking to Phil about this pavement, which Phil was very excited to talk about, he'd been there for like an hour longer than he planned to. I said, all right, well, thank you for explaining that all to me. I think, though, I might get one more cup of coffee. Phil said, you know what? I'd like a cup of coffee too. My treat. And that was the case with Ollie and the rainwater, the puddles that disappeared. Well, they weren't there.